Hey, this is Rubber Cheese. I'm going to do a quick walk around and demo of the REOLINK E1 zoom. So this is a 5 megapixel camera. It can rotate, pan up and down, and it's also got an optical zoom in here. And once we pan it up, it also exposes a micro SD slot and also a reset button. On the back of the unit is a speaker, and with the microphone on the front, you can actually do two-way communication. Although there is actually a lot of lag. It's not great to use, but it is nice to have the ability. The included power cord is just under 10 feet long. And I just want to sort of show you how the app works and how easy it is to use, and also how the lag affects certain things. So I've got it set up using the REOLINK app. And here we go. So this is now a live feed. And I'm just going to put this up here so you can just kind of see how close they are. Now my phone is on my Wi-Fi network, the same one that the camera is, so there should be minimal lag time. So if we go to the PTZ mode, so first of all, I'm going to use the right and left. This is for rotate. So the camera actually rotates almost immediately. It's really just the video that takes a little bit of time. But it's a little bit difficult to have properly set up. So next I'm going to do the pan up down. I'm going to pan it all the way up just so you can see the micro SD card. And so you can see that's where you put your micro SD card, and there's a reset button there. So the micro SD card allows you to record directly to the camera's SD card. This camera also supports FTP, so you can set up a NAS or something on your home network and have it record there instead. So I haven't set that up on this camera, but I have a bunch of REOLINK cameras that I bought for outdoor surveillance where I do use that feature, and it works very nicely. Next I'll do some zooming. So I find zooming is a little bit difficult to do. So I'm going to zoom out. The trouble with zooming is sometimes it gets out of focus. There's a focus button here, but it's a little bit difficult to use because of the lag. So I'm not going to play with it right now, but it can be a bit annoying. Usually I leave this camera fully zoomed in because it almost perfectly suits my room, but to be fair, that's just because of where I have it. Like I've got this sort of in our dining room that we never use, and it's really supposed to look into the living room, which is where the dog typically hangs out. And we can also see the front door, which is also where the dog likes to hang out. So some features of this, if we just go back and then we go to the settings, these are a lot of the features. You can turn on push notifications when it sees motion. In motion detection, you can pick house sensitivity, and you can also select which areas you want it to monitor. If we just go back, you can have a siren go off. You can make it send you email alerts or push notifications. You can disable record audio if you want, and you can tell if you want it to use the infrared lights. If you go to more, for storage, if you had a micro SD card in there, it would show you how much remaining space is left. And then this is also how you would manage the FTP upload if you want it set that way. So yeah, but normally I would just be doing this. Like if I'm at work or something and I want to just check in on the dog, I can just hit the play button. It'll load, and then this is a live stream. And we can see that she's just sitting on her bed or laying on her bed, pretty happy. Now, the last thing is sort of the privacy thing. I think everyone's sort of heard that some accounts get hacked, and I don't like the idea of someone being able to hack into our account and potentially watch us or hear what's going on in the house. So I've got this plugged in through a smart plug. So anytime that we're home and we don't need to use the camera, we just have the power turned off. So that way, even if someone were to hack into our account, they wouldn't be able to see anything. I've got this smart plug set up to only be on during the day or when we're typically not home. And then the nice thing is anytime that I would want to view the camera, I can always go into my Wi-Fi plug, enable it, and the camera boots up in under a minute, and then I can kind of see what's going on. So it kind of adds an extra layer of security if you're worried about that, especially since there's both sound and video, and who knows where you have this set up in your house. The camera comes with some mounting hardware if you want to mount it. But yeah, REOLINK has a couple of other cameras. There's a 4 megapixel, the E1 Pro, and also a 3 megapixel, which is the straight E1. This one is a 5 megapixel, and it also adds optical zoom. Depending on where you plan to mount it, it might be worth considering just the E1 Pro if you don't need the optical zoom. But I mean, overall, it works exactly the way I would expect it to, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I think it's a pretty good value for the price that it is today. Read my review for everything else. And oh, actually, just one other thing, or a couple other things. You can manually take photos or make recordings from the app, and the recordings and photos will be stored directly on your phone. Forgot to mention that. And there's also a talk. So this is what you do if you want to do an intercom. I'm not going to do it now since obviously my phone is right next to the camera, but I do find that there's a lot of lag. It's a little bit hard to actually talk back and forth. But like I said, it is nice to have the option to do it. Anyways, I hope my review has helped you. Thanks for watching.